the Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, together with other members of the Board of Trustees. Welcome, happy board members, so that we can acknowledge you. Asanteni sana. This is the team that leads this program as our Board of Trustees. We thank you and we appreciate the work you're doing. Of course, working together with your CEO, Madam Nelly Nonala here. I also want to recognize, in a very special way, the Secretary General of the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award, Martin Houston Brown. Thank you very much, Martin, for joining us for this. And the Global Operations Director of the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award, Edwin Kimani, who is also with us. But this program is really about the people. It's about our young people. It's about giving an opportunity to our youth. And it is great to know that you build a community. You build a community, actually a forever community of awardees. And that community is mobilized around an alumni, so that even after you cross the threshold of youth, you continue to be part of this incredible community. So I want to recognize the chairman of the Award Holders Alumni Kenya, Mr. Lawrence Mokolwe, who leads the alumni of the awardees. And of course, then you have a whole family that you have been able to build under this umbrella. It is also something commendable, which I want to acknowledge, that the program continues to open doors of opportunity for generation after generation of young people. And today we have 4 representatives of the current generation of young people that are in this program. And I want you to join me in recognizing Shibadu Maye and Cynthia Karanja from the Aga Khan Academy, who are joined by Lisa Ouma and Robin Marshall from the Kenya Hub. And I'm glad that as we set off this process of engaging the public and letting the media and the public in general to have a better understanding of what this program is and what this program is about, you can have a chance to speak to the alumni through the chairman Lawrence here, and also speak to these great young people, Mai, Cynthia, Lisa, Robin, who are actually active in the program now, which I believe gives you a very good view of what this program is about. And now, I really wanted to come here as your cabinet secretary to affirm the very strong government support for this program. Edwin, we are not afraid at all of any other country. We don't feel threatened. We don't feel threatened. Our flight left the runway ages ago. We are in cruise control. We are pace setters. We believe that we have reached a point where you really cannot catch up with us. But we are glad to motivate others, to motivate other countries, to motivate the rest of Africa and the rest of the Commonwealth, the rest of the world, to run at our pace. But like we do with the marathon, you can attempt to run at our pace, but you know where the gold medal will end up. And talking about gold medals and marathons, let me really in a very special way recognize Henry. Henry Wanyoike really is an icon. Henry, you are a legend. You are a legend of our times. Your world records in the 5,000, the 10,000, the marathon is really a feat of incredible achievement. And if this program was looking for an image, a brand ambassador, okay, you certainly cannot go better than Henry Wanyoike, who has proven that really no human is limited. And you can achieve your dreams and live your dream no matter the circumstances of your existence. Let us give it up to Henry. Henry, from today, I'll actually be calling you Iron Man Henry. I think you should go for that Iron Man fit. You ask for the ministry to support, and I say the ministry will support. The ministry will support you. Even your dream to swim, absolutely no reason why you should not leave that dream to swim. We certainly will support you. And so I just wanted to come here and assure you that government continues to invest in this program. In this financial year, government has put in 70 million Kenya shillings to support this program. We'll continue to mobilize more resources. I want to use this occasion to appeal to other partners to come on board, the corporate sector, the philanthropic world. Please come on board and support the government investment in this incredible program. And it is an incredible program. It is an incredible program that offers our young people a platform to grow holistically. As they engage in their academic pursuits, they can also develop their talents in music, in the creatives, in sports. You have seen Henry. Henry is such an amazing example of how you can use this platform to fly your dreams, your creative dreams. This program also develops leaders. It grows leaders. It's a breeding ground for leaders. Young people who want to get into the space of leadership. Young people who want to go entrepreneurial. They want to get into entrepreneurship and do business. So you can't get a better program than this that breeds a holistic human, a holistic person, academically, creatively, and also just the character building, the character development. So if you're out there and you're looking for a program to partner with, and you're in the corporate world, and you're in the philanthropic world, we are welcoming you. Join government in growing this program further. I also want to disclose here that this administration, led by His Excellency William Ruto, President of this Republic, recognizes the pivotal place of the young people of this country. We are an incredibly young nation. 70% of our population youthful. We have a huge youth bulge like the rest of Africa. You look at the whole 1.4 billion people from the Cape to Cairo, from Lamu to Lagos, from Turkana to Timbuktu, and you see a huge youth bulge across the length and breadth of our continent. You can look at this youth bulge as a boon or a bane, a problem or a resource. This government recognizes the youth of Kenya and the youth of Africa as a huge resource for good, a resource for progress. And we want to give this huge youth bulge the best possible platform to grow, to develop, and to achieve their dreams. And that is why this administration has put together, through whole of government approach again, bringing together every single MDA ministry in this administration. We have been put together the Young People's Agenda. The Young People's Agenda is now the official platform of rolling out the vision, the agenda for the young people of this country under this administration. And the Young People's Agenda is now a pillar a recognized pivot in the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which drives the thinking, the vision, the action of this administration. So I assure the young people of Kenya that you are central, you are front, you are center of the planning and the action of this administration led by His Excellency William Ruto. We have taken effort and we have taken measures to plug this young people's agenda in the right spaces, both locally and globally. On the global front, this young people's agenda is now part of the UN's Generation Unlimited. I sit on the Global Leadership Council of Generation Unlimited. I was at the UN General Assembly last September in New York, where I formally, personally, plugged Kenya's young people's agenda into Generation Unlimited. So our agenda has actually gone global in terms of partnership. We have also plugged our young people's agenda in the Commonwealth agenda for the youth. And again, I was personally at Marlborough House in London last year, where I was elected onto the task force to drive the youth agenda across the Commonwealth, and I used that opportunity, again, to plug Kenya's young people's agenda into the Commonwealth agenda for the youth across the Commonwealth. Locally, we are curating specific innovative products that our young people, including those under this President's Award scheme, can take full advantage of. We are putting together unique programs that are in sync with the realities of our times. And I'll give you just one example. Today, there is no greater imperative, no greater emergency for humanity than climate action, the green agenda, the environmental challenges that our world is confronted with. Realizing that our young people must be front and center of climate action, the ministry has put together the innovative 1 million youth green army for climate adaptation. It is a unique program to mobilize the youth of this country around the green agenda. We are rolling out this program in partnership between the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, the University of Nairobi, and the University of Groningen in the Netherlands. The program involves an academic element where you can learn issues of the green space, environment, and can lead you all the way to certification if you want to grow a career in that green space. And it is an incredible space to build a career. But it also has elements of real action, including planting trees. At the ministry, we have already planted thousands of trees. Every activity the ministry does is an opportunity to plant trees. We are even developing a botanical garden at the Moi Sports Center, Kasarani, a whole botanical garden around the super special stage that we use for the WRC Safari Rally as part of this initiative. At the center of this whole green agenda is the effort to mobilize 1 million young Kenyans to lead the drive of youth for climate action. And I want to ask the Board of Trustees, Madam CEO, and the whole program, let us make the green agenda a core activity for the activities that we mobilize our alumni and our active participants in this program. It will be worthwhile. We are also taking time to connect, and the reason why I'm not worried about the challenge thrown to us by Edwin here, is that we have actually taken leadership in taking our initiative continental. Last December, we hosted the the 6th Youth Connect Africa Summit here. And we brought to Nairobi 20,000 African youth around the agenda which we curated as Youth Innovating a Borderless African Renaissance. And it was about mobilizing young people around the idea that Africa must go borderless. Borderless in thought, borderless in ideating, borderless in action, borderless in allowing free movement of goods, services, people across the whole length and breadth of Africa, so that the 1.4 billion African people can drive the agenda of shared prosperity. We are driving that. Our President William Ruto, is the first president of this continent to boldly declare that this country is open to Africa and to the world. We have gone visa-less. Now all you need to access this country is your phone. You go to your phone, and in a moment, you have access to this country. And so those are bold measures of a country that wants to interconnect. And if you're talking about a continent of 70% youth, if you are interconnecting, you're principally interconnecting the youth across the length and breadth of the continent. And so we are very proud that we were able to bring Africa to Nairobi, to Kenya, for a highly successful Youth Connect Africa Summit, where we plugged a lot of our national initiative onto the African agenda. The 1 million Youth Green Army was onboarded onto the African trade and was adopted by the meeting of youth ministers of Africa. And now the Million Youth Green Army is no longer just a Kenyan agenda, it has now become an African agenda. Our Atlanta Hela initiative, which the PS mentioned, that is designed to identify, nurture, and monetize talents in sports, talents in music, in film, in fashion, in theater. That whole creative space has gone African also, and was also adopted by the youth ministers of Africa as an Pan-African initiative. And we are very happy to mobilize Africa around that. We have also taken the time to connect the youth of Africa to the agenda of peace and security for our continent. When I leave this meeting, I'm going straight into a meeting with Ambassador Joao Samuel Kaholo, the Executive Secretary of the International Conference of the Great Lakes Region, ICGLR. The ICGLR Youth Forum is headquartered here in Nairobi. In fact, Ambassador Kaholo is in Nairobi to assess the progress of the Youth Forum of the ICGLR. We have been able to curate some very innovative programs around youth in peace and security. Youth to become the drivers of peace and security in Africa through this ICGLR Youth Forum. And again, I want to challenge you as an initiative. All these beautiful goals of African solutions to African problems, African Union targets of silencing the guns across the African continent will succeed far much more easily if they are youth-driven. Because who is ensnared into conflict? Who is ensnared to bear arms in hotspots? It is principally the youth. You mobilize the youth to embrace the agenda of peace and security, you silence the guns of the African continent. You secure peace and security for the continent. And again, on that agenda, Africa is leading. So, Erin, you are in trouble. No one can catch up with those things. And we are glad. We are glad to provide leadership. We are glad to mobilize the rest of the continent around these initiatives. My call to the youth of Kenya, please take full advantage of all these things that we are doing. My call to the Board of Trustees and to you, Nelly, and your team at the President's Award Kenya, is that let us consolidate all these activities, all these measures, all these initiatives we are undertaking, and integrate them in the President's Award, so that among the programs we curate for the awardees is how they can be part of peace and security, how they can be part of the green agenda, how they can be part of the creative economy, all those things which we are doing, and they're exciting things. I know many young people want to get into the creative space. We are doing amazing things there. We have brought the Grammys to Africa. You want to be part of the Grammy culture? Grammys are now part of our culture here. We have signed a deal with the Grammys. You want to get into the movie industry? We have brought Hollywood to Kenya. We have signed a deal with Invention Studios in Hollywood. You want to develop as a basketball player? We have brought the NBA to Kenya. We have a deal with the NBA. Okay? So whatever it is that you want to do, we are ahead of the game. We are absolutely ahead of the game. And so we have so many opportunities for you. Please take advantage of those opportunities, and government will fully support the President's Award. And I'm here, therefore, to conclude, to just reassure the program and the partners and the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award ecosystem. You can take this, Martin, that government is fully supportive of this initiative. Government appreciates this initiative. We see it as a key platform to grow our young people. We continue to work with you and other partners to utilize this platform to unleash the full potential, which is immense for our young people. Thank you very much. Asante sana.